Hello everyone! Welcome to my vlog. My name is Christine Claire sa Tinipigan, and in this vlog, I'm gonna share to you the different positive and negative traits and characteristics that we have Filipinos. So let's start! Filipino traits and characteristics. Every country has its own values and culture, and the Philippines is one of them. We firmly believe that we Filipinos have the best values and traits in the world. We have great characteristics and qualities that we are surely proud of. First, let us know what are the positive traits that we have. Number 1, faith in God. We Filipinos are the most faithful people in the world. Whatever our religion is, we remain faithful and don't lose hope amidst the challenges that we are facing every day. Our faith in God keeps us united to overcome all the problems and challenges in life. Our faithfulness and hopefulness keep us kind, have a positive view in life, peaceful, and determined to achieve our goals in all the ways we can think of. In this time of pandemic, our faith in God is deeply tested. Like for example, that time when we are not allowed to go to church because of COVID-19 virus. Even though we were told not to go to church, it does not stop us from believing and worshiping God. But instead, we were attending online masses, listening to Bible conferences, and even praying the Holy Rosary with our family. Number 2, close family ties. We Filipinos are known for having strong and close family ties. We already know that families ought to be together and always help each other through bad times and good times. Compared to other nationalities, we Filipinos keep our relationship to our families intact. Because Americans have this rule that if their son or daughter will reach 18 years old, they should separate with their parents and live on their own to make them independent. Well, that doesn't apply here in the Philippines. Even if we are already married, we still live with our parents. And also during special holidays like Christmas Eve or New Year, we celebrate all together. Number 3, welcoming visitors or hospitality. If there are people who visit our homes, we always welcome them with warm smiles, good conversation, and most especially tasty foods. In fact, it is our pride to welcome them. Usually, we greet our visitors or say to them, feel at home in order for them to feel at ease and comfortable. We always ask them if they need anything throughout their stay and give them anything they need. We always care for visitors, and we even have this attitude that we will let them use our very nice plate or glass or any object that is not used every day and just reserved for the visitors. Number 4, obedient and dutiful. We Filipinos will always obey our elders or someone superior to us. Even inside the family, it is visible that children will obey and follow their parents if they are asked to do this and that. Here in the Philippines, it is already our habit to follow what we are asked to do, especially if the one who told us are elders. We also don't talk back to our parents if we will be scolded because it just shows that you don't respect your parents. Number 5, respectful. Respect is one of the very important parts of Filipino culture. There are some gestures that show respect to our elders. One of these is the pagmamano. Pagmamano is a Filipino gesture often done by young people to the elders as a sign of respect. This is done by striking the elder's right hand to the young's forehead and by saying mano po. Usually, the elders will reply, kaawaan ka ng Diyos or God bless. Aside from this, we can also hear the word po and opo here in the Philippines. These are the words that we Filipinos use to show respect to our elders, especially to our parents and grandparents. Usually, we will put these words at the end of the sentence in a conversation, like for example, good morning po, thank you po, and many more. Number 6, helpful. We Filipinos are always ready to give help to others who need help. We always offer them a hand and have this bayanihan spirit portraying helpfulness. Inside the family, we always help our elders and our younger siblings even in small things. It can also be seen especially during disasters or calamities that we always help each other and give them anything they need like groceries, food and water, clothes, etc. Number 7. Diligent and patient. When we are asked to describe a Filipino person, we usually tell them that Filipinos are very hardworking, and yes, that's true. Agriculture is one of the primary sources of living for Filipino people. It takes a lot of hard work to plant crops in the field. It also takes a lot of patience to take care of it and harvest it because it cannot be harvested in just a couple of days, but in fact it takes a lot of time. Filipinos are considered as a very hardworking people because some of us want to multitask. Some of us have 2 jobs in order to feed our family. Number 8. Resourceful and creative. We Filipinos have learned how to adapt our situation. We learned the practice of improvising things or recycling trash to useful things. We are known to be very talented and highly creative. In simple terms, other countries will say there's nothing you can do about that thing because it was already being used, but we Filipinos can still find many ways on how to reuse it. For example, we can recycle an empty plastic bottle and use it for planting flowers or seeds. Number 9. Cheerful. We Filipinos can still smile despite the challenges that we are facing or the difficulty we're in. We're able to stay cheerful and positive no matter the circumstances. Even in the amid of trials, we can still crack a joke and just laugh our problems off. It is like we have this magical power of finding a joke in almost every situation. We know how to make fun, and by looking at us, being cheerful makes others think that we don't have any problem at all. And that is one of the talents of being a Filipino. Number 10. Thrifty and frugal. We can see a lot of Filipinos that are frugal or matipid in Tagalog. We don't like to spend our money on the things that we want, but instead we prioritize those things that are needed to us. Even when buying things, we are not content to look in one store only, but rather we will always look for another store wherein we can have a lesser price. In buying clothes, we prefer those that are simple and less expensive because we always think that there are other needed things that our money can use. We shop wisely to save money for future uses. Now let us proceed to the negative traits that we have. Number 1. Ningas Kugun. As Filipinos, we have this trait that we show eagerness at the start of our work but lose interest as the work progresses. We usually have interest and enthusiasm in starting our work, but afterwards we stop and leave our work unfinished. Maybe because we are diverted to other things that eventually make us lose interest in the things we are still working on, or maybe because we just feel tired in the middle of our work, leaving it incomplete. Number 2. Mañana habit. We all know that the Philippines is still an underdeveloped country, and maybe this is because of the negative trait we have, the mañana habit. Mañana habit, or also means mamaya na, refers to doing things later. It is another term for procrastination, and it prevents us from getting started. We Filipinos often do things later until it is too late and then will lead to cramming. For example, as a college student, there are many quizzes, seatworks, performances, reports, and other things that need to be done, but there are times that we procrastinate and just do these things later. Number 3. Crab mentality. Another negative trait that is very common to us Filipinos is having a crab mentality. It shows how insecure we are to someone who is on his or her way to success, and instead of clapping and appreciating their success, we will always look for a way to pull the person down. We often get jealous of other people's successes. That's why we will talk bad about them. For example, in a workplace, someone spreads some hateful rumors about his or her workmate because of jealousy. Number 4. Colonial mentality. We also have this kind of trait that we prefer to buy things made in other countries especially in the US, because we always think that they have better qualities than our own Filipino-made products. This kind of trait is actually letting our fellow Filipinos who made products here in the Philippines feel discriminated against by foreign ones. For example, most of us prefer to eat hamburgers, pizzas, French fries, and other American foods than eating our own Filipino foods like puto bongbong, pastillas, biko, puto kutsinta, palitaw, and many more. Number 5. Bahala na. Bahala na is one of the most widely used phrases in the Philippines, and all of us can relate to this, especially the students when answering a quiz that is not sure of the answer. We Filipinos usually say this phrase when we are unable to decide an action or when we have no idea what will happen next. In other words, we'll just have to go with the flow and not mind for what will be the outcome. If we are in a difficult situation, we used to say bahala na and chose not to think for another way and just let the odds dictate what will happen. Number 6. Sore losers. We Filipinos are very competitive and we hate losing. We always find a way to excel and get even with others. Even when we're still a child, we already have this kind of trait that we don't want to lose in a game. And if we ever lose, we don't accept it and we will cry. Other kids will try to start a fight with other kids. Number 7. Lack of discipline. This is one of the most common negative traits that we have as Filipinos. It was a problem back then and up until now. We lack discipline to ourselves and to others. We're not disciplined enough for things we do. For example, most of us throw our garbage anywhere. We're also very hard-headed because we don't follow rules on certain things, like if we see that there are no cars on the street and the traffic light is red, we walk through to the other side even if it's not yet the time. So which Filipino traits have you seen in your family and friends? Which Filipino traits do you see in yourself? And how can you change your negative traits into positive attitudes? Let us hear your thoughts and just comment your answers on the comment section. So those are just a few traits and characteristics of Filipinos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.